Breaking up with someone you care about is the ultimate test of your confidence and strength. Let's be straight up from the get-go. It sucks. It's painful. It can be life-changing, and to make matters worse, sometimes it's through no fault of your own. You're just left to pick up the pieces and figure it out. Often quietly, guys go through it when there's a breakup, contrary to popular opinion. So how do you deal with the breakup and navigate this crazy time and space in your life? Don't worry, fam. I got you. My man Drew. Let's get it. Number one, create space. This is the absolute antithesis of what you want to do, especially if you want her back. Inherently, you don't want to create space, but you must create distance. Take some time for yourself. Whatever you love to do, go do that. Clearing your head over several days and weeks is not only good for your dating situation, but it's great for your mental health. If you date someone for months, even years, and you break up, it's not really a breakup. It's more like a divorce. You're dealing with trauma. You need time to heal. You need to leave the situation alone and mentally move into another space. Often your friends, especially for us guys, won't realize the amount of pain you're in because as guys, we're often taught from birth to hold it in. Your friends may not be the space that you need to get clarity and calm that's going to help you heal. Literally, find space physically and mentally to process the pain, acknowledge it, and start to think of next steps. Moving on isn't like going from one hotel room to another. Moving on from someone you care about is getting clarity and true understanding of where you were, where you are, and how you want to move forward. It's a relationship with yourself and your well-being, not a transaction to be approved or declined. Take the time to create space for yourself and move forward when you're ready. Number two, acknowledge your part. I mentioned earlier that sometimes there are breakups that are no fault of your own. That can and does happen, but it's very, very rare. In most relationships, both parties play a role to make it work, and they play a role when it doesn't work. One of the most powerful steps you can take is acknowledging your role in the relationship and in the breakup. It's incredibly important to understand what you did well, what you didn't do so well, and what you wish you could have done better. Here's the thing, acknowledging is different than wallowing in it. Step back, get real with yourself. You want to learn, you want to grow. The more you learn about what happened, the more it will help you to heal. When you can see what you did well, you can appreciate those traits and take them with you to your next relationship. When you understand what you didn't do so well, you can put in the work to make sure you don't do those things again. If it was emotional abuse, financial insecurity, cheating, whatever your deficiency was, be honest with yourself, bruh, and work on those things. You want to be better next time around, and your future partner deserves the absolute best version of you. Think about what you wish you could have done better. It may not be the bigger issues that I just mentioned. It could have been just taking the time to pick up something for her at the store. It could have been spending more time together or calling her just because you wanted to hear her voice. Whatever you wish you could have done, consider writing it down and putting it away. Keep it in mind because you want to do those things better going forward. Pull it out if you need a reminder. Whatever you can learn about what you did, who you are, and how you can be better are all going to help you understand what happened and why, and it will help you deal with the current situation. Number three, process, process, process. Many men don't do a good job of processing pain. What I mean by processing is literally taking steps to get to the end of this particular journey. The relationship may be over, but the trauma and healing, it's just beginning. Whatever you need to complete the process, do it, my friend. Talking to someone is going to be helpful. Find someone you can trust, preferably someone who has no opinion about you or your ex. I'm a coach, so I'm always going to encourage coaching. Therapy is almost always helpful as well. if you don't find someone in the helping profession, I would encourage you to at least find someone with these skill sets, a listening ear, and someone who has a level of relationship expertise. Friends can be great listeners from time to time. That said, friends aren't always the best experts in relationships. Never mind your specific relationship. They're probably mad at her because she didn't treat you well. You need someone with a higher level of insight into relationships to help you create a process and walk through it. When you compartmentalize and talk through situations instead of internalize and fight through the pain, your journey is going to be easier and much more successful. Every step of recovery, which this is, recovery from that trauma, is a step toward a new life. Create the process, execute the process, and as my Philadelphia 76ers would say, trust the process. It will expedite your healing, and you'll be glad you took this route. So we're about to get into a tough one to handle. But before we do, I'm Jay Hurt. Welcome to my channel, The Confident Charismatic, where we talk about charisma, confidence, and winning at life. Number 4, man, it gets really real. Number 4, acceptance. Whew, this one is difficult. It's hard, no matter how you slice it. What if you see her out at the mall? What if you see her at the grocery store? What if you see her with another dude? How do you accept that she has moved on and you have to as well? Acceptance is one of the later stages of healing. Acceptance is knowing that what's done is done and it's truly time to move on. It didn't work, but the reality is, if you're being 100% honest with yourself, it didn't work for a reason. Most likely, it wasn't supposed to work in that time and space. Even if you messed it up or if she messed it up, it doesn't matter. You have to accept that it's a moment in time that you'll never forget, but you'll also never relive. Even if you get back together, it'll be different going forward. Acceptance is truly wishing the best for her, praying for her to be blessed and protected, and moving on with your life. If you see her, you speak to her and be cordial and move on. Yes, this can be really hard, but if you've done the work in the process, acceptance becomes easier and easier every single day. Number 5, learning the lessons. We only learn when there is adversity. We really don't learn from success. You don't have to figure out what is already working. If everything's working and there's no adversity, you wouldn't grow. Success is the goal, but adversity is the teacher, even in relationships. What did you learn from the breakup? Seriously, write it down. If you felt like you were done wrong and you're bitter, my man, you're still processing, but you still want to be real. What did you learn? Who did you become? How did you grow? Did you learn to treat a woman with respect? Did you learn that a woman can be loving, caring, and nurturing? But maybe you didn't see that growing up. Did you learn that a woman can support you in ways you never even considered? My man, did you learn that you were a jerk? Did you learn that you were actually caring and more patient than you really knew? All of these questions and many, many more can be answered when you take the time to think about the good times and bad in the relationship and learn those lessons. You have to want to do the work. If you take the time, think it through, the lessons will be well worth it in the end. Dealing with a breakup is crazy. It's grief, trauma, pain, loss, heartbreak, and the death of a relationship all rolled into one. The great news is you survived. You will live. You will get to experience a great relationship again. You're going to get through it, bruh. You're going to look back and realize it didn't kill you and the adversity really did make you stronger. It's really interesting that adversity creates growth, and when you grow, that's when you start to see that charisma indeed can become your superpower.